Subscribe!
Hey guys, MrPokke here, back with another video, and today's episode of 1 versus $2,000, we are going to be taking a look at none other than our Lord and Savior. 星期日,星期天,礼拜天,拜天, very good Sunday himself, right? So without further ado, let's get into today's content. I'm gonna keep it a buck. For the YouTube frogs that are watching this video right now, I have a hella content prepped up. Shut the f. I have hella content prepped up for Sunday. We have 1 versus 2,000 before you pull Sunday, before you skip Jingyuan, his performance with every single E65 DPS, his testing with... we have a lot of content. So this is like the first of like many. For the 1 versus $2,000 segment, I will be strictly testing him in the Memory of Chaos 12, specifically with Jingyuan, and specifically with a Jingyuan Huan Huan Tingyun team. Ideally, you actually swap out Tingyun for Babin for a better team with a sustain. Because of E6, we're just going to be dropping Babin and run a slightly less optimal team, which is going to be Tingyun instead of Babin. If you want to run a sustainless team with Sunday and Jingyuan, you simply take out Huan Huan and you slap on Babin. Then this will pretty much be the best in slot hyper carry team comp for anyone. You can quite literally copy and paste it. As long as you can survive, you can get a 0 to 1 cycle with this team. With Jingyuan, with Jingliu, with Blade, with Scylla, with Fei Xiao, with Ekron, with anyone, okay, maybe not Ekron, but anyone in their moms running this team, you're probably gonna do an absurd amount of damage, right? I'll probably be testing this in the future video, but for today specifically, I just want to kind of see where we are standing with this current setup, right? Maybe you guys need a little bit more of a clarification, in case you guys don't know what hypothesis testing is. Our E6 Jingyuan is gonna be the benchmark, the constant. But the variable is going to be the Sunday. If you don't know what a variable and a constant means, kindly refer to your Google Chrome or ChatGPT to find out what that means. So we're still going to be testing with this team and trying to keep it as relatable as possible, while seeing how much Sunday's Eidolons scale for us as we take him further and further and further and further, right? I will be testing with the Signature Lycon 1 because just get the Signature Lycon 1. It is a worthy upgrade, if I can say so myself, right? Yeah, Brian Lycon is a good substitute, but you need to get hit. Otherwise, you get S3. Almost every single time you play Sunday, you are going to be playing him with the slow Sunday and fast DPS for almost every single DPS. The only exception is if you are running either a super fast DPS or a super slow DPS. So, for example, if you're running a DPS Boot Hill or a DPS Huan Huan, DPS Lingsha, which they can stack out a lot of speed because they are break DPS, right? Then you can run like a pretty fast Sunday. You can like a 161 Boot Hill with like 160 Sunday, or like a 161 Lingsha with 160 Sunday. I think that's completely fine. Or your DPS is super slow, so you could do something like a super slow Yunli with a fast Sunday, a super slow Krala with a fast Sunday, or if you're running like any future DPS in the next time, if you make like a super slow DPS as well, then you can probably run them as fast Sunday, right? So generally speaking, for almost every single upper hyper carry, you are going to be running them with a -1 speed Sunday, right? Cool, very nice. Okay, bada boom, bada boom, bada bang. One. We're just gonna chill. We're just gonna skill and save the ultimate for Sundays, just because I wanna see what damage we're doing. So that's 35k with no buffs whatsoever. Well, we can just go ahead and just do this. Remember the point I made earlier, which is you ideally want to make sure that Sunday casts this skill during the ultimate. So in this specific scenario, you are not going to be getting the skill point back because you casted his skill outside of his ultimate. So ideally, you would have basic with Jingyuan there, and then you cast Jingyuan's skill here just to deal a little bit more damage. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter at this point. So I'm going to give him E0S1's skill buff with the BT fight. 95% crit rate, 400 crit damage. So we do have an additional 10% from Jingyuan's traits, the diabolical amount of crit damage we're going to get on Sunday, as well as the 20% crit rate we are getting from his traits, right? And then all of this, bada boom, this is a 3.7% buff. This is honestly I would say would you say this is unrelatable, chat? It is basically how your Bronya looks like on a slow Bronya build will be how your Sunday looks like. So I'm pretty sure you guys can get a better Sunday if you guys got more crit damage subsets, because he really doesn't really care about the speed subs that much, right? So if you can get better, absolutely this will probably go up towards like 90% even, right? Generally, I think on average, this ultimate damage increase is roughly between 70 to 80%. If you can hit 80%, I would say that you're already slightly above average, right? So let's see the damage output from Jing Yuan's ultimate, because this is going to give us 10-step Lightning Lord. So whether we use skill or not, doesn't really change anything. 162k, not too shabby, not too shabby. We are gonna be doing a basic on this butter bitch, and we'll see Lightning Lord's damage. $544,000. 544,000. Of course, keep in mind this is with a E6 Jing Yuan, right? This is with a E6 Jing Yuan. So that's our benchmark. 544,000, 10-step Lightning Lord. So in the future, when we get E1, E2, E3, E4, etc., we'll see where the damage will go up. So it was like roughly 160k out, 544k Lightning Lord. So we're gonna finish this off with another 10-step Lightning Lord, but at this point, it's gonna be completely overkill. So let's just see. It's gonna be a single target with all the defense now. 500,000 single target. Very good, very nice. I'm gonna pop our ultimate real quick here. 182. Oh, basically the damage nowadays is just maybe 180k. So not too much of a change. We're all in Savlock. Do a skill. If we get hit on Sunday here, that'll be really, really good. So that we can actually cast ultimate. Okay, I have a little bit of Ankh hands. I should have pressed team's ultimate slightly earlier, but it is fine. Huang can just basic. Sunday turn expires. We'll just give him the buff right now. So yes, this is in fact with a 2-turn ultimate Sunday rotation. This is a 2-turn ultimate Sunday rotation because we are factoring the RNG of us getting hit, as well as the fact that we do have Huang on the team, right? So that's why we're actually able to achieve a 2-turn ultimate rotation due to all of the RNG above at E0 as well. Okay, at this point, Jing Yuan is gonna deal another 10-step Lightning Lord. So this is of course probably gonna be the unfortunately not too good over here, but we are gonna see this 61k into 470k on the second half. And now we're gonna be able to get this. I think Timmy's buff expired, that's why the bench was a little bit low. We'll get another Huang out here. Please don't grab Jing Yuan. Alright, I guess that's fine. We do need to actually not skill, because if you skill here, you are not able to cast your skill, because you need a +1 skill point, -1 skill point. So you actually need to kind of do this. Oh, fuck me. Alright, adios. Okay, so that is gonna be a 2-cycle clear. A 2-cycle clear, right? Although this lineup is very, very good for Jing Yuan, Savrock himself is just a bit of a bitch because of the action value delay and the claw grab. So if he grabs anyone and you cannot break them free instantly, you're gonna run into a bit of skill point problem. Like I said just now, when our team even got grabbed, there was actually a point where we kind of ran out of skill points, even with a E0 as on Sunday, because we literally had only 3 people. And Huang isn't really the most skill point positive sustain. So just some notes to take into consideration. Now, we are gonna be able to activate Sunday's E1. So this is gonna allow our Lightning Lord to ignore 40% of the target's defense. Note that this is only the Lightning Lord. This is only the Lightning Lord. So Jing Yuan himself, his ultimate and skill is still only gonna be at 16%. Who's up? Get the ultimate buff. Okay, so the buffs are exactly the same. It's just that now we get the additional 16% defense and 40% on the summons, right? So we're just gonna cast ultimate first. This is gonna be.
I genuinely
cannot
believe this shit. Bless me,
$178k. Yo, thank you so much. I'll bless you for Sunday, right? So that is 178k. Not too big of an increase actually. I think we did 160k just now. So that was roughly 11% damage increase with this 16% defense. Roughly a 11% damage increase on the ultimate. Definitely, if we are able to stack on the defense straight sources, I can see this result favoring the damage by a lot more. So for example, if we're running Pella, we're running E1 Rame, we're running like a E2 Sparkle, you can definitely stack on a lot more. 500k just now. 644,000. 26.7% final damage increase. That is really, really good, not gonna lie. That is really, really good, not gonna lie. So I think this is kind of like foreshadowing what's about to happen in the summon meta if you do decide to get the E1 Sunday, because the damage went up by a lot for the summon. Okay, let's get this first. Get the ultimate right now. So it is already at 10 stacks. So we're actually able to get this 10 stack Lightning Lord before Sunday, which is very, very nice. So there's actually no wastage. This is kind of lucky. Bro is literally like 0.000 AV higher than Sunday. If this was anywhere slower than Sunday, it would have been wasted. He is no longer an Unk. So we actually get quite a bit of value here because we can just essentially do a skill and then we can just basic attack. So that's actually really, really good. We can just basic here. And we get a 10 stack Lightning Lord. 450k. Now we cast ultimate on Qingyuan. And we can pull him back up a bit. We do get the energy refund as well. So this is going to be 8 stack Lightning Lord. 200k into another skill. 500,000. I'm the 1% man. It is what it is, right? 1% man. Okay, but that is still a very considerable increase considering that we actually did manage to break free from the grave just now. So that went from a 2 cycle to a 1 cycle. Yippee! Very good, very nice. If Sunday is able to buff up Lightning Lord's damage by 26.7%, what can he do for future summon DPS? Okay, now it's gonna be E2. This is, frankly speaking, probably changes nothing because just now we didn't really face that many, if at all, skill point issues. So this is really just for the additional 2 skill points of comfort. So if you were to ask me, Sunday's E2 changes very, very little. Unless you are legit running skill points for everybody. Like your team is scaling every time, your Hui Hui is scaling every time, your Robin is scaling every time. Generally speaking, you wouldn't really notice how valuable this 2 skill point would be. Then it's gonna be a damage increase by 30%, which frankly changes very, very little. But I'm just gonna show E2 real quick to kind of demonstrate how much increase we are gonna be getting. Maybe this E2 changes everything. Maybe we get a 0 cycle here. Who knows? Who knows? Normal stuff. Pull up. Ultimate. So this will give us 3 skill points instead of 1 skill point. Yep, so this will give us 3 skill points instead of 1 skill point. We're just gonna do the same thing, but I don't see the damage changing by that much. 195.5% damage increase. Very nice. Then we're gonna basic here. How the hell was that high? Did I just miss my crit? Or I landed every single crit? I'm pretty sure it's either my previous run missed a lot of crits, or maybe this 30% changes everything. 15.6% increase. Honestly, really not that bad. Cause with the 40% dev down, that's actually really not that bad. Still a lot lower than E1 though. I'll just cast skill here because like, I can really just can. Okay. 690k. It's honestly pretty good. The difference is honestly quite good. Just don't grab Qingyuan. Just don't grab Qingyuan. Never mind, chat. Hui saves the day. Hui saves the day. It's all good, chat. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Hui saves the day. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is all good. It is all good. It is all good. It is all good. Not the hero we deserve, but the hero we need. Absolutely. It is all good. So now we actually get 10 set Lightning Lord. We'll let him go right now. Still not quite enough to 0 cycle, unfortunately. I thought of maybe doing an ultimate against 0 cycle. But still not quite enough to get a 0. But once again, like I said, if we had done Sun's here, maybe this would have changed. If we had done Sun's here, I think this probably would have been a 0. So this is gonna 10 set and just wrap it up here. Yeah, 440k. So that is gonna be E2 Sunday. Don't really recommend players pulling for the E2, but I guess if you want to, you could. This 30% damage increase actually had quite a bit of impact with the summons. For the Qingyuan himself, not that much. But with the 40% dev down on the summons, this 30% actually mattered by quite a bit. Okay, chat, I actually really want to talk about this. E4 Sunday, what does this change? You won't really feel it because for this current scenario, we are getting hit so frequently with Huan, with the Tingyun, with the enemy hitting us a lot, especially the wolf, our Sunday was already getting a 2-turn ultimate. E4 Sunday essentially makes it such that you only need to get another 6 more energy to get a 2-turn ultimate. So this will be quite good for stages where the enemies don't hit you as often, or if you're somehow not running Huan, you're running like a Robin Sunday Tingyun, and your Tingyun is hyper buffing either the Robin's ultimate or your main DPS ultimate. So if that is the case, then this E4 Sunday will help you maintain a 2-turn ultimate. There isn't really that big of a benefit, aside from the fact that you get a lot more skill points, and you would never have to worry about your ultimate running out. Other than that, it is okay, right? Oh, and on top of the 20% energy buff, right? The buff coverage itself is basically the same, because Sunday's ultimate lasts 3 turns, but the extra energy and the extra skill points might come in a pinch. Also, a little bit of a fun fact, if you somehow get a E4 S5 Sunday, E4 S5 Sunday guarantees 2-turn ultimate. No criteria, no conditions. You are guaranteed 2-turn ultimate with a E4 S5 Sunday. Only E4 S5. Even E4 S4, you cannot. You are missing like that 1 energy, right? So, up for you to consider. I'm not going to be showing this because we can't really show it. And then E5 is bang. And finally, E6. So this E6 is the whole lot of the yep. But essentially, there's no such thing as over crit anymore. Every single excess crit rate gets converted to crit damage. I personally feel this is not that game-changing of an E6 compared to E6 Robin, E6 Sparkle, and E6 Runway. Crit damage, they still have a little bit of diminishing returns, and nowadays, because we have so much crit buffs, you don't really feel the impact of the additional crit damage anymore. Like, I would rather have more res pen, more additional damage from like multipliers, some sort of vulnerability, or like even more defense down. But generally speaking, res pen usually is the classic traditional E6, right? So we're gonna just see how insane this E6 is, because maybe this will change everything, plus the E1, E2, and everything combined, right? Because now you also get a 66% crit rate from a skill, right? With the +2 skill level. So this effectively makes all your units basically 100% crit rate. Same thing. Alrighty, so now our buffs. It's alright. It's alright. So this is like what? 38% crit damage? It's alright. Okay, let's just see the numbers, right? Let's just see the numbers. 212. Roughly 17% damage increase for an ultimate. I'm just gonna basic. And let's see Lightning Lord. 862 compared to 760. 14% damage increase. It's alright. I would say it's alright. It's alright. The more important thing is basically you don't really waste your crit rate anymore. And basically all your units have like 100% crit rate. So you don't have any RNG. We're gonna wrap it up here with a out. Maybe this is just like complete overkill. Okay, so now our out can actually just one-shot that wave. Our out can one-shot that wave. So we're now at a different threshold. We're at a different threshold now. I'm just gonna skill Tingyun just so that we can get the energy as fast as possible. We still have enough for Sunday without. That's fine. Don't hit him once. Okay. That's good. That's not too bad. That's still not too bad. Huan can just basic. Sunday buffs. Okay, Xingyuan. I mean we can just cast out here. That's needed. We are not really running into skill point problems anymore, so I'm just gonna spam my skills. So this is gonna be 248k. Compared to 200k just now, is 48 divided by 200, which is roughly 20-ish% final damage increase. So honestly, not too shabby. Lightning Lord against 2 targets, 873k. I mean, the damage increase is definitely there, but it is not as... Nothing was as game-changing compared to the Eidolon one. The Eidolon one technically had the absolute highest damage increase. Also just a little bit unfortunate that we don't have DDD, because if we had DDD and something goes up, this will 100% be a 0 side. Alright, so it is what it is. Maybe we can just do this. Oh, that is not too good. We get out with Pokke. Buff up Jingyuan. Out with Jingyuan. Chad, do you think Lightning Lord can go up? Chad, do you believe that Lightning Lord can go up to 10 stacks? Do you believe? There's only one way to find out. It is what it is. Alright, adios. We'll do one last one with E6 S5, and basically just all in.
Fuck this shitty 4-star.
Oh, Zev, like honestly, on God, if we had DDD just now, you would have been so cycle. Like it was honestly a DDD gap. So it is really not Jingyuan's fault, it's just DDD's fault. Okay. Now, unfortunately, Sunday can't do this. He can't do this. Because how many units cannot get pulled up? So, it is what it is, chat. We'll get it out here. Clean up. And we do a little bit of a bop. Looks like the S5 quite literally changes nothing. Okay. I guess I kinda wanna just squeeze out a little bit more mileage, right? Maybe we save Poewa's argument for next wave. We're gonna save Poewa's argument for next wave. I kinda wanna just basic. So we'll do this. Actually, I wonder if I do Bobbin out here, can my units cut into the Lightning Lord? That might be quite nice. No, I just cut the Lightning Lord. Oh, that's really, really good. Oh, that's really, really good. That's really, really good. Let's just do this. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm just out now. Can Huai out? Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. We're already at 10 set Lightning Lord. We're just gonna do this. Let Lightning Lord go. Yo, editor, we found our intro. Okay, with that, we have come to the end of our of our Sunday showcase. This is gonna be our $1 versus $2,000 Sunday. I've kind of set out kind of the pros and cons, you know, some things you should look out for, which items are the best value, and I think I still kind of stand by if you want a good stopping point, I think E0S1 is completely fine. E1S1, the E1 really benefits your summons a lot. So if you don't really have summons, that 16% defense increase is roughly like less than 10% final damage. So it really changes very little. If you want to prep for a Sunday in the summon meta, then I think E1 is also pretty decent. Everything else after that is kind of like good to have. Yeah, and get Bubbit. So leave your thoughts down in the comments below if you're going to be pulling for Sunday and what you guys think of him. Word of the day is going to be... read a book. I don't even know, man. Join Twitch, join YouTube, join Discord, join Twitter, join Twitter. All the best for Gacha Pools. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.